And why on earth?
I've not
These
been
times
here.
of all times, why are you here, my brother?
Man, I think the last time I was here was 2014.
What has made it necessary to enter town like this?
So I just dropped my new EP,
Okay.
Love and Trust. You know, the plan is to go around different countries, different regions to promote the EP. And Ghana is next to home, so I was like, let me start with Ghana, obviously.
I see.
So that's why I'm here. And also a few days to just cool off. You know, it's been work back to back.
I chose here to cool off.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour away from home.
You are
know.
daring, I must say.
I'm partly Ghanaian, so.
Some time ago, when you enter town like this, we don't really hear of you because you got some other business to run. But
Quiet.
we're glad today you show yourself to everybody.
Because this EP's out. You know, I want the fans to listen to it, share it, stream it. It's lovely.
Why did you have to go like a submarine for a while? What happened? I mean,
Every artist needs that, especially if you're one who puts in a lot of work. You know, you're human, so you have to, take some time off, get your mind right, get your sound right, get the team right too. It's very important, It's
something that maybe you were so satisfied with your accomplishments, with Kukere, your waist, Mr. Oreo and all that, and so maybe you just decided to just let things be for a while.
No, to be honest, I at some points I always say to people I got tired of listening to my sound. I was like, I want to do something different, but then still me. So that also led to one of the reasons why I had to lean back and put in some more work.
So you're back for good?
Yeah, I've been out, dropped a couple of
from
singles.
We're going to get into that and how they are all performing.
Of course,
I've been checking them out, and I think
Yeah.
they're all doing so well.
Very well, very well.
Okay, we're going to get into it, but Kukere is still a jam that people don't
Forever.
I mean, can't do any,
Classic,
without.
Yeah, of
Would you
course.
say it's the biggest breakthrough, or you say it's your waist where we have some
Of course,
things to
Kukere
talk
is my
about?
biggest. That's the song that introduced me to the world.
Some 9.3 million views so far. So
Kukere?
After 12 to 13 years, am I getting my records from a different source?
That you're talking about maybe your waist or something else.
Your waist, yes.
Kukere is over 20 million.
Yes. And when you look back, every investment that went into it, everyone who was there to help, you think it's been worth it.
Of course it was. I mean, but when you're in the moment, you don't know what's really going on. Right? When you start reaping the benefits of all the hard work, you're like, it's worth it. Obviously.
Yeah, I'll take you quickly. I mean, straight into some politics.
Okay.
Nigeria had its elections. Not so long ago. I know it's a thing when it comes to even generations of musicians before you to use music as a medium to channel home social issues, things that are right from the demonstrations, the very unpopular toll gate incident, right through to the elections, the build up to the elections and all that. Little or nothing was heard from you at all. Currently, the kind of atmosphere that you have back in Nigeria, connecting to the trade of music. Is that to say that because we didn't hear from you publicly and openly, you are just fine with everything, unlike your other colleagues?
But I voted, obviously, and I also...
we didn't see you actively participating in any,
Because it's politics, and
But music is politics too. It speaks for the people.
But you have to understand, especially where we come from, right?
Yeah.
It's used against you if it doesn't go right. So you have to be very careful, you understand what I'm saying? And, make sure that whatever you're doing as a musician, you have to be careful. It's political because the people come for you later. I've seen my colleagues get bashed. Some people can't recover till now. So it's not something you want to just come out. You do it, but then you don't have to come out and make noise about it. I voted during the NSAS. I supported. I went out. I did my thing, but you don't have to be so loud about it as if it's.
So you had your affiliations, all right.
I did my thing, but I don't have to come to social media and post every time I'm supporting somebody or it doesn't. It's critical. Yeah.
Well, if you just join us, our guest is the man Me-Iyanya, a superstar by our standard, and we're going through a few things he's been up to. I know we missed his long absence. We felt the long absence, but he's been explaining to us why the necessary break and coming back revitalized. The music scene has taken a drastic change. How far? How are you catching up?
I'm catching up, obviously, from the way, the way people receive the songs, the reception. You can tell that, we're putting in work and the people are feeling it. It's fresh for me, I have to learn new things, get used to the culture, of now and just do what everybody's doing to promote music. You're not bigger than promoting your music. So I've had to adapt to new ways and new styles of promoting music. And I don't see anything wrong in that.
And there's a song I heard it for the first time yesterday. Okay. You and Kwame Eugene.
Sweet Argentina. That's one of my favorite songs. Shout out to Kwame.
Yeah, and a little bit whispers to us that there's a new EP too, and track after track or track by track. How is it also faring?
It's doing very well. That's the reason why I'm on the road. I'm touring. So the first thing I'm doing is plugging in, obviously doing my interviews and all that to get the product to the fans and let them know it's out, let them share it, stream it. Love and Trust, if you check it, is on Apple, all platforms.
Let's talk about recognition, the world's recognition now. It's like the world is now listening to Afrobeat.
Yeah, of course.
And something that we tout ourselves in as Africans, but most of the time the focus is on Nigeria. Of course. Does it give you pressure, you yourself as an individual, the whole industry in Nigeria, when we have to keep using Nigeria most of the time as standard? Not so long ago, Grammys has recognized some of our genres here. Okay. How did you receive that news?
It's a blessing. It just shows that everybody collectively we're doing a great job. That's what it means. As a whole, Afrobeat is African music, let's be honest. So everybody's doing a great job. That's why
you are not part of those who are debating whether it's Guinean or Nigerian Afrobeat.
No, it's Afrobeat is African sound, obviously. Net Afrobeat is this, Afrobeat Ghana, this Afrobeat. It's just African music is Afrobeat. That's the way I like
What are we doing right with Afrobeat? Because before Afrobeat, there has been other genres from Africa that didn't really shake the foundations of the world music. So what are we doing right with African Afrobeat as of now? What are we doing right?
We're being original. We're being spontaneous. We're being us. That's why it's beautiful. That's why it's it stands out, because it's the rhythm, it's the melody.
It was. Let me see your wrist. Let me see your tattoos. What have you done with the YN? Where is it?
What?
Where is that tattoo?
I don't understand. what tattoo?
Let me see your wrist.
No,
we're live on Facebook.
That's private information, bro.
Privacy cannot.
I can't show you. We can talk about it.
Privacy cannot be on your wrist. I have this wristwatch. It's made in Ghana and I'm proud about it.
Nice.
Shout outs to Caveman. Caveman. It's got my name in there and I'm proud about it. And that's why it's on my wrist. So anything on your wrist cannot be private.
Yeah.
Can I see it? Can we see it?
No. Like on this show, right?
Did you tamper with it?
No. When you say tamper, what do you mean?
Oh, people can just remake a tattoo if they don't feel connected anymore to whatever they inscribe on their
What
body.
do you do when the engine of your car gets bad?
When it gets what?
Bad. What do you do?
You try to fix it.
Or you change it, right?
When it's totally broken down.
Yeah.
Wow. So you fix the tattoo.
I just changed the engine.
You fix the tattoo.
There's
no more YN on your wrist.
There's YN in my heart.
Oh wow, in your heart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're younger, you think that's the best way to express, what you feel, and then as you get older, you realize that it's more action, more responsibility, more maturity.
What was the intention? Now that it's over. It's over. Though you still hold and respect her in your heart.
I will always do that.
What was the intention? Clearly, boys. Yeah. Was the intention targeted towards a forever relationship? Things go bad, I know. We all accept things do go bad. But what was Nyanya's intention? The toast of the time. You're still the man. What was the intention? Was the intention to go all out?
Of course.
The intention was to go all out.
Of course. Genuinely.
In that book, and I'm not trying to paraphrase, but in that book, that page, after all the sweet description and how Yvonne said she wished it was going to continue, because you gave it the best breakfast in bed and all that. Any woman would have wished that should continue. But she at a point said, look, I had a good reason to finally confirm that I need to move on. If you in your tweet make it look like, I'm saying make it look like it wasn't entirely your fault. Did you try to make it work even after her claim of, finding out and getting confirmation? To go to the extent of doing tattoos and all that, it meant so much to you. Did you try to make it work? Did you try to have a conversation?
Of course. But like I said earlier, I said earlier in my first interview, because I told you I don't want to talk about this.
I know.
Yeah, but you found a way to bring it back on board.
I am sorry.
But I'll be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
That was a relationship that my soul was in. Like, I loved Yvonne. I don't hate her now, but obviously then we were in a relationship and I loved her. But I was younger than I am now. The things that I know now, I didn't know back then. I just got famous. Everything was happening. Everything was fresh, Obviously, when you meet people in those kind of seasons, right? Those things happen, and then if they can be patient enough to grow with you, then you both see yourselves letting go, certain things, certain habits, certain people and characters, just to be with each other. I don't know if it makes sense to you. So maybe if I met her now, it would be better than the last time.
What would you do differently? I understand at the time fame was overwhelming.
Of course.
A lot of distractions.
Of course.
But you still manage a relationship long distance as between Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah, that's why I did the tattoo.
Yes, we give you props so far as that is concerned.
Yeah.
Let's get back to all the distractions and what you would do differently. Today, now that you're so used to fame, you know how to control people around you. What would you do differently if you guys were to be again?
I'll just focus on her. Now, like you said, I'm at the point where I can control certain things, to a certain level. So I think I'll focus more, because then it was my career first. I'll be very honest. Every other thing, every emotions, everything came second. Because I just got famous. I'm just a young guy, all of a sudden from from my place. I'm in Lagos. Everybody wants to see me here and there. Some free, some not free. There were times I had to lie. Yvonne would be in the room and I'll lie and say, I'm going out to get something and I'm traveling. Literally, like I'm out. And then she just buzzes me like, don't tell me you're at the airport. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I had a team who was obviously like, pushing me to keep, going. We just got the fame. It's like, how do you tell your management, oh, your babe just came from Ghana, so we can't do this show or we can't get on the road? Then how do you now go back to your babe and say, babe, hey, look, I know you just arrived, but hey, I gotta go. So I had to do what I had to do, And one of the reasons why I did the tattoo was my own way of saying, look, I know, I'm not always there, but if this would just make you feel like wherever I go that I have a piece of you on me, then you should just be, be patient with me. That was my own,
Star Drive is the transport that takes us home from now to 5 p.m. Albert Shano for Suri. Thank you so much, Albert.
Albert, yeah. Bless up, bro. Bless up. The first question is, this song?
There was a tweet from you and you said that, someone has responded. You're a musician too. Are you going to respond with music?
No, I don't have any plans to diss anybody.
Maybe not a diss. Well, this exercise is even your own side of the story too, I think. But because you're a musician, some are wondering if you're going to put it in music.
I don't have any plans to.
You've expressed how much you still. You have expressed.
I don't have that.
You have expressed how much you still feel towards her. So we are not expecting a diss, maybe, but maybe some words of affection in music.
Let's see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, but now the focus.
Question. What happened is, I started watching her, and I think I saw her once or something like that, and I was just like, oh, this girl is so pretty. So when I was making the song, I wanted to give shout out to African queens pretty much that were doing well, at the time. So I just, give her a shout out. And then when I met her, I realized she was even sweeter in person. So
had you heard about Nadia Buhari by then? Did you know about Nadia Buhari then?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know about Jackie Appiah then?
No. In fact, I think.
So it was only Yvonne who caught your eyes as a hardworking queen?
So Yvonne introduced me to the Ghanaian scene, kinda, because I didn't really know a lot about, Ghanaian music. I know I listened to some of my dad used to listen to the High Life, right? Mm-hmm. But she kind of like introduced me to the scene. Like now I know this person because they're her colleagues, and then that's how I started knowing everybody. Most of the male actors that I know, who are my friends that I met, via Yvonne. So
Yvonne did a good job as an ambassador. We should give her flowers as Ghanaians.
You should always do that. I mean,
she really introduced you to a lot of people and a lot of places and things.
What's his name?
What were some of the things you came to like through her?
The food.
The food,
the people.
How often were you coming to Ghana when everything was so nice? How often were you coming in and out?
I used to come when I had shows. Yeah, when I had shows mostly. Yeah.
Oh. Still on your Wish song. We'll be done with this soon. I promise you. Yeah. We'll be done with this soon. So it turns out that you mentioned two names, and in this same memoir, a name from the song has come to be one of the things that things are revolving around, conversation revolving around. What was going on, you and Tonto Dike?
No, I'm not going to talk about that.
Nothing ever happened?
Because you need to understand that
who was giving Yvonne information from around your place?
That's who needs to be talked to.
Did you ever find out who?
I just, the same way you heard is the same way I heard. I don't know.
But
so she was getting wrong information, obviously.
So it was wrong information?
Yeah, obviously. But let's not talk about that, because you know why. What this book has done is just kind of like brought back stuff that was.
You are going to rate the book finally, so you go on.
Sleeping, and everybody's trying to move on. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody has.
But it's a matter of security, because her claim is that someone close to the house or you was able to give her such information. Did you not feel insecure, like your personal security had been,
whoever gave her that
something?
information didn't want us to be together, obviously, because if the person wanted us to be together, then the person would tell her the truth, which was, this guy has been working so hard to get this recognition he just got. This is time for him to work even harder. So you don't expect him to always be around, because he's got to move. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that's the information she got from my person and she put that in the book, I'll sit down here and tell you that was facts. But if somebody's telling you that, so I can't hang with people because I can't have friends, I can't have colleagues.
I have tried defending you even before hearing your side.
Wow.
And let me tell you what I said. I said, of course, for someone like Iyanya, who's become a public figure, very popular, successful with career, would have people around him, just like you're saying. And so it's okay for people to come to his house.
I used to throw a lot of parties.
So when someone spots Tonto Dike leaving in the morning from your house, probably it's just the party and she slept over, right?
I don't even want us to talk about Tonto
But did you have such parties where people left in the morning?
No, listen, bro. No, let's just, if we're talking about Yvonne, let's just talk about Yvonne, because I'm still talking to Yvonne, so maybe if she hears anything she didn't like, she's just gonna WhatsApp me and say really or something. But for Tonto, it's not a conversation.
It's not her business.
It's not a conversation. I can't sit down here and talk about somebody.
It's okay for people.
I don't really want to do that, because
okay.
I'm also trying to respect everybody's space, because I need them to respect mine too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying for us to establish the fact that, look, popular people like you can always throw parties.
Yeah, but then you're still trying to be political about it.
People will come and sleep over because they get wasted and then leave in the morning.
That was not even the case.
Yeah,
that's what. All I can say is she got wrong information.
So she broke up the relationship on wrong information.
That's what if that's what she said. I've not read the book.
You haven't?
No, I've not.
I don't mind. We have all the time. I can just read that portion.
No. I don't want to read it. I'd rather have conversations with her.
Okay. So you're talking?
Yeah, of course. I'd rather just buzz her and say, "What's up with this?"
Did you speak to her before your first tweet that this is too much information? Isn't this too much information? Had you spoken to her before you made the tweet?
I can't remember how the interval.
What was your reaction?
I was hot. I won't lie to you. At first, I was hot.
How did you hear it?
So I was sleeping. And I just woke up to missed calls and all of that. And then I called one of my doctor friend, and he was like, no way, you've not seen the book. I'm like, what book? And then that's how I knew. So I now called my guys, and they said, yeah, she wrote a book. I don't have any problem with.
Oh, so it means that she didn't even contact you to tell you that.
No, she actually.
I'm going to put you in my book.
Listen, she did.
She
So
did.
she buzzed me. She said she was, launching her book, and she needed a video to endorse the book, which I made the video. I didn't know I was in the book.
Oh, really?
I didn't know the book had.
But she wanted your endorsement without telling you you're featured in the book.
No, don't make it sound like that. Let me get the story out.
All right,
first
all right. Okay.
So I did that because obviously we're cool, like I said. So when the book came out, I now knew I was in the book. That's how I knew I was in the book. I didn't know I was in the book at first. That's why I made the video like it's cool, you guys check it out.
What do you say to those who think that she could have mentioned more names but decided to pick on people who are, still
That's their business.
still oily? It's their business.
Yeah.
You don't share any opinion on that.
That's their business. Whatever they want to say is their business.
But would you buy the book to support for the sake of good old times? Wouldn't you buy the book?
Buy the book. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't be serious.
You won't buy it.
I mean, I also feel like at the end of the day, right, she's healing, right? Let's not forget that too. That's why I'm trying to be very, very realistic about, my conversation. She's healing, obviously, whatever it is, but what we all need to understand is that everybody's been through, we all have been through, ups and downs, and being famous, it comes with the territory. So rather than tear her down, I want more conversations, more open conversations that puts out the truth. Because for people like me, I'm trying to move past this phase of my life where, every time I'm being called a cheater or something like that, or I broke somebody's heart and this and that. And that's made it even harder for me to be in a relationship. I'm still single now because it's hard for anybody to believe what I say.
Yvonne is still single though. Just had a baby, but from her book, she's still single.
But
she's wrapping up the conversation. Are you wrapping up? We're going to talk about EP and music. Don't wrap up. We're done.
Oh.
It's just that, you come across as a very good dude. You put your heart into it. We have learned that from you today.
Yeah.
A lot of minds will go to settle now about Iyanya's side of the story. When the flyer went out, that's all. Everybody was like, yeah, we're going to hear finally. Iyanya is not here to tear Yvonne down. From the conversation, you guys still are cool. Now we know she told you about the book. You had to do endorsement even though you didn't know you were featured.
Yeah.
It wasn't only you she spoke about in the book.
Yeah, other people.
Other things. Mm-hmm. Being sweethearts at the time, did she ever discuss some of her worries to you? Did you try helping? The book captured a lot of other things. Did you try helping? Did she open up about?
Did she talk about her problems in the book? That she told me about her problem?
No, I'm not saying she said so, but what was going on? Did you try to, did you hear some of her part?
That's between myself and her, and I don't have to share her problems with you.
You're the sweet boy now. You're serving breakfast in bed. What can't you do?
So I don't have to. I should now share her problems on your show. Nigga.
No, I'm not saying share.
No, man, that girl is a sweet girl.
Okay.
She's a sweet girl.
Okay, finally, I need you to rate the book. Rate the book between 10.
I'm not ready, so I can't rate it. But I'm sure it's doing well. Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, it's doing well, obviously, because it's everybody's talking about it, right?
But is it a good thing for any person who belongs to the arts industry to do once in a while? Put out your story, let people follow and know and learn from you. Is it a good thing? Would you also consider maybe also putting your own a book? People who want to know about you for generations who are coming.
If I ever put out a book, I call people's names out. Like,
oh no, just a book. I mean, about you.
Yeah, I'll just talk about my life. No, I don't have to tell you about who I had this with that. I guess we're all different, I'll just tell you about my challenges as a human being and how I overcame those challenges. I think maybe later in life I'll do that. Maybe I'm not Iyanya or something.
I'm not Iyanya. That would be bad. That would be bad at all.
But I'm not going to talk about relationships. It's just my own.
So we expect a book.
I don't expect. I'm just playing. Bro, relax, man. You take things too personal, man. Take it easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have messages that are bigging you up. This one is from Comfort. CK says, I'm glued to my seat. Great interview. Well done to both of you. Say hi to him for me and love his responses.
Thank you so much.
I love his responses in the mature way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm sure people were expecting a lot of fire, but you guys, we burst your bubble just like that. This one says, the maturity from Iyanya is legendary. Very smart guy.
Wow.
He's not getting pushed to the wall. I think he really loves Yvonne. I think he really loves Yvonne unconditionally. You are okay. Thank you, Albert. Thank you,
Albert. Thank you. That's same Albert, right? Yeah, respect, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I've got a message from my general manager, Nana Banamwa.
Wow.
Yeah, she's listening.
Wow. Shout out, boss.
Yes.
Shout out.
Nana Banamwa.
What she's asking now?
She's asking for some arrangement. We'll do that.
Okay, that's calm.
That.
That's calm.
I mean, and look, GH1 is the best around town. So
GH1.
we should have you on.
Oh, this is GH1.
This is GH1.
Yeah.
We're not going to wake up after giving us good jams. We're not going to wake up. When are you taking your next leave, if you ever take it again? Because this was too long a leave.
I don't know about that, but I know I'm back to put out more music, more collaborations, and that's been on for a couple of months now, a year and some months now, and it's looking good.
Looking good.
Yeah, there's no plan to stop, but just it's only in Africa, people don't take breaks. Everybody takes breaks, because you're a human being.
Yeah.
You can't tour, like travel all the time and not take some time off to just get yourself together. So it's very important for me to do that once in a while.
I have a message again. Says it's from Jerry. He says he's just as honest and very blunt with the conversation so far. Are there any plans of meeting Yvonne on this particular tour whilst you are here? This is a question from a listener. Do you have plans? I asked you earlier. I thought you've been in town since a week ago, but you said you're just coming from the airport. So it means there's been no time yet. But would you? This is not from me. Come on.
If God wills, why not? Because this. I don't even. To be honest, let me be very honest. I don't even feel good that I have to sit down on the radio and talk about this, because this is obviously something that is very emotional. I wish that these are things that I and Yvonne could just sit down and resolve. But then the book is out, so I can't. Before coming here, my CEO was like, "You're going to promote your EP, but unfortunately, you can't escape. You can't boycott this Yvonne thing. So you just have to talk about it." Literally this morning on my way to the airport.
We're grateful you.
But I wish that we could just sit down.
Yeah.
And talk like grown-up people and figure out what who needs to heal from what, who needs to apologize for what, because it's a small world. It's nobody is promised tomorrow. We're all blessed to be here, so that's why I don't hold grudges. I like to sit down with people. So if God wills that I and Yvonne sit and talk, why not?
What a great reunion it will be if we hear you guys have patched up again and moving along. Give us that sweet moment.
And then we'll just write a book together, right?
Then you write one together. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is man.
No, we are
Yeah.
Yvonne and Iyanya.
We are Yvonne and Iyanya.
Look at you.
We're going to be expecting so much from you with your
so
comeback.
much, man. Thank you so much.
We'll be expecting so much from you with your comeback. Because look, you still got it.
Thank you so much.
I've listened to all the jams. I've listened to Sweet Argentina, you and Kwame.
Kwame, shout out to Kwame.
Plans
Plans
and other
one
jams.
side you like.
One side is sweet.
Yeah, man. It's more tunes, more collaborations.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you look within Ghana more when it comes to?
Of course,
Collaborate.
one of the people that I want to work with in this life is Shatta. Like, you know, I love Shatta so much. I love Shatta too much.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's real. I love Shatta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll be checking out some of the jams. What haven't we played yet? Master J.
AGOO.